out on the lonely northern edge of the Arizona Strip, where the desert stretches wide and the red cliffs rise like silent witnesses that look down from the heavens, there is a place where the wind carries stories older than the roads that lead there. It was called Short Creek, and it was a place destined to carry out the vision of its founders, a hamlet carved out of the sandstone of the high desert plateau, a place of refuge and safety, a valley of religious freedom, guided by the North Star of union and oneness. In the early years of the 20th century, long before the town had electricity, paved streets, or even much notice from the outside world, a small group of families came to this remote corner of the country. They arrived in wagons and rattling trucks, bringing with them little more than tools, livestock, and a conviction that their faith demanded a life set apart. Their rudimentary beginnings were founded on hard labor, building shoulders that their posterity would one day stand on. The land they chose was not an easy one. The soil was stubborn, water was scarce, summers were harsh, and winters cut through the canyon winds. But for these pioneers, the isolation was not a hardship, but a promise. Out here, far from the eyes and authority of cities and governments, they believed they could build a community devoted fully to their understanding of God's law, not only the patriarchal order of marriage, but a law that would stitch them together in aligned purpose and paradigms, the law of the United Order. They raised homes from timber and stone. They dug irrigation ditches by hand. They planted orchards where only brush had grown before. And in the evenings, as lantern light flickered through small windows, families gathered to pray, to plan, and to imagine what this place might become. What bound them together was more than survival. It was a belief. They believed they were preserving sacred principles that others had abandoned, principles that required sacrifice, union, and a willingness to live at the very edges of the American frontier. To the outside world, their community would one day become controversial. Their beliefs would bring scrutiny, conflict, and even government intervention. But in those earliest years, before the headlines, before the raids, before the world knew the name, Short Creek was simply a gathering place for families who believed they were building Zion in the desert. They worked the land together. They shared what little they had, and they raised their children in the shadow of sandstone cliffs, teaching them that this remote valley was not just a refuge, but a covenant. This is the story of those formative years, the dreams, the struggles, and the quiet determination of the people who came to Short Creek and believed they were building something meant to last for generations, something built together that could never be divided.